The relationship between Juan Perón, Argentina's influential military officer and later president, and Nazi Germany has long been a subject of fascination, controversy, and myth-making. Stories ranging from secret collaboration to ideological sympathy have surrounded Perón and his Argentina during and after World War II. Untangling the myths from political realities and historical truths is essential to understanding Argentina's complex wartime and post-war role, as well as Perón's enduring legacy. The context: Argentina during World War II. Argentina maintained a policy of neutrality for much of World War II, only declaring war on Germany and Japan in March 1945. The country was a hub of conflicting interests. A large population of German and Italian immigrants with sympathies toward the Axis. Strong ties to European culture and politics. Tensions with the United States over influence in Latin America. Juan Perón, then a rising figure in the military and politics, operated within this complex environment. Perón's rise and political ambitions. Juan Perón rose to prominence during the early 1940s as part of the Revolution of '43, a military coup that overthrew the civilian government. He became Secretary of Labor and later Vice President and Minister of War. Perón's political style was populist and nationalist, focusing on labor rights and social welfare, which would define his presidencies after 1946. His relationship with foreign powers was pragmatic rather than ideologically driven. While he admired some aspects of fascist organization, such as strong leadership and social order, his primary focus was on consolidating power within Argentina. Myths and allegations of Nazi sympathy. The idea that Perón was a Nazi sympathizer or collaborator has circulated widely, fueled by Perón's alleged admiration for authoritarian regimes, Argentina's role as a refuge for Nazi fugitives after the war, claims that Perón facilitated the escape of Nazis through so-called rattlins. However, historical evidence suggests these narratives are more complex. Perón's government did allow some Nazi war criminals to enter Argentina after the war, but this was not necessarily due to ideological alignment. Rather, it was part of a broader policy of welcoming European immigrants. There is little solid evidence that Perón had direct contact or cooperation with Nazi officials during the war. Argentina maintained official neutrality and diplomatic relations with both Axis and Allied powers until late in the war. Political use of the Nazi connection. Both supporters and opponents of Perón have used the Nazi association for political ends. Opponents painted Perón as authoritarian and dangerous by linking him to Nazism. Supporters dismissed these claims as Cold War propaganda designed to discredit Perón's nationalist and populist agenda. The narrative of Perón as a Nazi sympathizer has often overshadowed the nuances of Argentina's complex domestic politics and international relations. Truth and historical assessment. Modern historians tend to view Perón's relationship to Nazi Germany as pragmatic and opportunistic rather than ideologically driven. Part of a broader Argentine strategy of maintaining neutrality while managing competing internal and external pressures. Reflective of post-war realities where Argentina, like several other countries, became a destination for displaced persons, including some Nazis. Perón's main legacy lies in his transformative domestic policies and shaping Argentina's political landscape rather than any direct Nazi collaboration. The story of Juan Perón and Nazi Germany is a blend of myth, political propaganda, and selective historical fact. While Argentina's neutrality and post-war policies did provide a haven for some Nazis, this was not necessarily due to Perón's personal ideology or direct alliance with the Third Reich. Instead, Perón's rise reflected Argentina's unique social and political dynamics during a turbulent era. Understanding this complexity helps move beyond simplistic narratives toward a more balanced view of a contentious chapter in both Argentine and global history. Ask ChatGPT.